Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to the #1 channel on real estate. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. If you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe to be part of the Daily Hit family. Now let's get back to the video. Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions you can make in your life. It's also an incredibly stressful process, especially if it's your first time buying property. The best way to combat this stress and anxiety when buying a home is to be informed about what you're going into before you start looking for properties. To help with that, we created a buyer's guide to a seller's market. This guide covers 7 things every buyer should know before they buy their next house. Top 7 Buyer's Guide to a Seller's Market. When there are more buyers than there are sellers, you have to be adaptable and ready to move swiftly when the ideal property appears. When you're house hunting, things can be difficult even under the best of conditions. But it's especially stressful when you've planned and saved only to have your favorite houses snatched up before you can even submit an offer. In today's market, there's just simply more purchasers than sellers, and homes are moving quickly. Frequently for more than the asking price due to strong demand and market velocity. If you can make an all-cash offer, you have an advantage. However, there are various winning techniques based on empathy, perseverance, imagination, and adaptability that can help you get over the hump if you're buying with a mortgage. In early spring, Zillow interviewed 376 Zillow Premier agents about their methods and experiences in the previous 3 to 5 transactions as buyers and listing agents. When it comes to the most successful tactics for obtaining sales, cash came in first. Yet only about half of the listing agents believed it was the most effective. Buyers agents on the panel stated that they submitted an average of 4 offers per client over a 6-month period, and 13% of them submitted 6 or more. You may need to be quick and creative in a competitive buyer's market to improve your chances of having an offer accepted. Here are 7 ways for how you may get started. Number 1. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Buyers that are organized, well-prepared, and eager to relocate when the perfect property comes on the market have a better chance of obtaining their ideal house. So what does this imply? Check your credit report to see whether there are any problems, and make sure there are no outstanding bills or unpaid debts that can harm your credit score. If your finances are in good shape, obtain a pre-approval letter from a trustworthy lender that you can show to agents and sellers. A pre-approval letter is typically valid for 90 days and indicates to vendors that you're a capable, creditworthy buyer who can act quickly. In a competitive market, sellers will have many options to select from and will seek a buyer that can complete the transaction. Price is important, but the terms and conditions you offer, such as the option to close quickly or be flexible about the closing date, can be just as crucial. Showing that you have the cash to complete the purchase puts you on par with other purchasers, allowing your offer to stand out in various ways. Number 2. Make a clean offer. The most appealing offers are flexible enough to meet the seller's demands. For example, offer a quicker escrow for a seller who needs one, or give them more time if they're still hunting for a new home themselves. You could also choose to close quickly, allowing them to rent back the property for a set length of time. But double-check the pros and cons of this method before you proceed. When scheduling inspections, make every effort to schedule one as soon as possible after your offer has been accepted, or before you submit an offer. That way you can remove your inspection contingency more quickly if you're comfortable with its findings. When you make the offer, ask your lender to pre-schedule an appraisal, or at least check when one will be available to ensure the seller that the timing will work. If the value of your house in the appraisal is lower than the asking price, no seller will want to accept your offer 2 or 3 weeks later if it falls through. Swift scheduling helps guarantee that your demands are satisfied, while also letting the seller know that the transaction will go smoothly. Number 3. Use remote tools to stay a step ahead. In a strong market, it's not unusual for a house to receive numerous bids before the first open house, and it's conceivable for one to go from listed to pending in less than a week. In April 2021, nearly half of American residences were on the market for less than a week before being pending, which is why taking time to visit a home in person may cost you the chance to buy it. Use virtual tours, like Zillow 3D Home, to preview properties ahead of time so you can concentrate on the ones you're most interested in and move quickly on a property you love. On-site inspections can now be completed on your smartphone, and some brokers even offer live walkthroughs over video chat. If you're ready to take action, do so as soon as possible. Some sellers impose a deadline for evaluating bids, but there's no reason you can't submit sooner than that if you have a compelling proposal. A Zillow survey found that about 1/4 of real estate brokers claim they always submitted bids before the deadline. Number 4. Work with an experienced local agent. A knowledgeable agent who knows the market can make all the difference between having your bid offer accepted quickly or spending months attempting to submit bids unsuccessfully. Do you wish to live in a particular location? There's a good chance there are several real estate agents who specialize in the area. Make a list of the most reliable agents in your market that you'd like to work with. Zillow has an agent directory where you can learn about them and see what they have to offer. A competent listing agent who is working on behalf of their client wants to be as confident as possible that the transaction will close. One approach to give this security is to persuade their client to choose a buyer represented by a well-known, respected, and capable agent. Number 5. Present yourself in the best possible light. Your proposal should appear to be well thought out. Ideally, the offer should come with a pre-approval letter from your bank or broker attached to it. If there are disclosures presented to you prior to your making an offer, sign off on them. Make it clear to the seller that you're serious, motivated, and ready to go if they want to work with you. Number 6. Plan ahead for a bidding war. The most effective approach to compete in a hot market is to develop a strategy that allows you to act swiftly. For some, that means including an escalation clause in their offer, indicating to the seller that they're prepared to submit a better bid should a superior offer come from a rival. If you choose to include one, keep in mind that a home price at the top end of your budget might push you to pay more than you had originally planned. You should consider whether to offer more than the asking price when you're competing with cash purchasers for a home that you love and intend on staying in for a long time. Cash purchasers rely on a seller's desire for a guaranteed sale that won't fall through because of financing difficulties. And they frequently demand a discount for what is essentially a sure deal. Doing the math can assist you in determining whether you might raise your offer, and if so, how significantly your monthly payment could change. Number 7. Know your bottom line and prepare to make trade-offs. When you're in a competitive market, maintaining your spending plan might be a test of willpower, especially when you need to act fast. To avoid paying more than what you can afford for a house that appears to have everything on your must-have list, make a comprehensive list ahead of time and identify what's non-negotiable and what you're willing to compromise on. Remember to include any home renovation expenses in your budget, and determine what can't wait and what you might put off until later. A buyer's guide to a seller's market is provided for those who want some tips on how to navigate the current seller's market. This video provides an overview of buyers and their behaviors, as well as what it takes to be successful in this competitive environment. It's essential to be an informed consumer. This guide will arm you with the information you need to make the best decisions for your family and your wallet. By understanding what buyers are looking for in this market, you can put yourself in a better position to negotiate prices and find the home that's perfect for you. Thanks so much for watching.